AT&T Stadium in Houston. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Now for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his third season, Jalen Hurts. First play, and Hurts looking to throw it.
Buying time to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hurts.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Kamu Krujay-Hill getting in there and taking him down. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It'll be a gain of 12, but it'll also lead to 4th down. On now, the former Vol, Michael Palardy. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So out come the Texans for their opening drive.
Leading them out, the 26 overall pick from the 2020 draft, former Utah State Aggie, it's Jordan Love.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 13 carries for an even 100 yards.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
Love's throw taken in there by Cooks.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Love's throw completed to Mechie. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. The Texans sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
What do you think? Might have been through down territory. They didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
First down, going to the air with Love. They'll let this go for the end zone. Touchdown!
Colin Johnson,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Texans will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A drive that time of 6 plays, and the result, a Houston touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because You don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Hurts toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
Ready?
Right back to Sanders on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Second down. Here's Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. On the move past the 40. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in?
The numbers for Sanders last week: 16 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Now, the Eagles and Texans, polar opposites last year in terms of running the football. The Eagles were number 1 in the league. The Texans, 32nd, dead last. And in fact, the Eagles ran for nearly twice as many yards as the Texans did in 2021. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Love from the gun. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a Texans first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. After 1, 7-3 the score. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play fake. Here's Love. Crossing route complete. Catch made by Cooks. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk to the 45. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Love. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, You're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Greg Ward deep for Philadelphia. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Another run with Sanders. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Hurts to throw. Being chased out left. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, CD, that's a huge play by this defense in a close ball game. And I think he was trying to just extend the play. They're getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick 6.
Yeah, he's trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result, not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side to gather that one in and take it to the house.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Hurts sets up to throw it. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Hurts. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Dancing, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Derek Brown with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's a carry for the fullback. This is Andy Janovich. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Love looking to throw it. And that is incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. And that's complete to Cooks. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now a dump off here complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. From the 39, Hurts. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw again. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
On 2nd down and 4, Love. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Here we go.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ready. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing. Love. That's complete. It's Collins. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. Love now. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. The kick by Elliott is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. So here are the Texans to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Ready? They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The launch throw taken in there by Cooks. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Room here to run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back. And a loose football. And the Eagles have recovered. So that is not the way you want to begin the half when you're open. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this.
To review the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready?
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he's got it down to the 28.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive of the second half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that in the locker room. Let's get out there, start this quarter the right way. Let's try and put some points on the board and create some space.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Hurts. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that will bring up second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. Taken in by Pascal out left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run with Sanders off the option.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Here comes Sanders on the toss right. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 32.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Boston Scott, his first carry. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Here's Hurts to throw.
It's caught by Sanders. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. Back now in Houston. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Alert! Alert!
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this Texans defense stands tall. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward. And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Love.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brad, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now. And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football. And that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Ready.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle.
Okay, ready?
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. To pass, here's Jordan Love.
That'll be pulled in downfield by Collins. Down inside the 10.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one good for 37 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Robert Quinn is the one who burst in there to blow that play up.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. And he goes down at the 26, a pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
46 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Being chased out left. And his throw here is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion. Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
Throwing is Hurts.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he slides to avoid the hit.
The Texans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Ready.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Okay, right? Ready?
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. They'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it up, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Love. They're going across the field. He connects with Mechie. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Here we go, set.
Now Love. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They credit that sack to Robert Quinn. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. Here's Love. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did